So we're going to learn our first scale. To start with, it's going to be a mini scale. So it'll just be 5 notes, C, D, E, F and G. We're going to learn it in our right hand, our left hand and both hands together. But before we go to the lesson, I wanted a quick chat with you about posture. When you first start learning how to play the piano, it really doesn't matter how you sit. But if you're going to start playing weekly or even daily, then you need to be sitting correctly, or you can get backache and repetitive strain in your fingers. So all you have to do is sit with your shoulders back, make sure your back is straight and make sure your arms are rested nice and evenly on the keys. You don't want to be too high, you don't want to be too low, because otherwise your wrists will be like that. Your wrists should be nice and straight and your fingers should be curved. So many of my students play with their fingers straight like this, and that's no good because you won't have any fluid motion. So make sure your fingers are nice and curved like you're holding a ball when you play. Straight wrists, your arms nice and straight from your elbow, rested nicely on the keys and shoulders back. And you will see some famous pianists hunched over the piano. We all do it sometimes, and the moment you feel yourself starting to hunch, you just need to pull your shoulders back again. Some professional players, I think they do it for effect as well because it looks good. Yeah, and it's for effect, I think. But if you do that, you will get backache and you will get strain in your fingers. They can do it because they're professionals. The rest of us need to sit properly. So shoulders back, wrist straight, fingers curved. Okay, so with that in mind, let's learn our first mini scale. Now you're going to hear me talk a lot about scales because they're so important. They are the backbone of creating music and it's what we use when we improvise. And the scales are so great because not only do they help you be able to remember the notes on the piano, but they're going to strengthen up your fingers as well, especially these two, because these two are going to be really weak. So I highly recommend doing a scale every single day. So we're going to do this one with our right hand and our left hand, and then both hands together. It's a simple scale using just 5 fingers, and we're going to start with our thumb on the C. And then all we do is fan our fingers up and play each note. So after the C, our index finger plays the D, and then our middle finger plays the E, our ring finger will play the F, and our little finger will play the G. And then we come all the way back down again, keeping our fingers on the same notes. And that's all we're going to do for now. And it's important you don't play the top note twice. That's what most people want to do, but you don't do it. So we start on C, we move our way up, and then back down again. And the idea of playing this scale well is to keep the notes as even as possible. We don't want to go too fast, we don't want to be too slow, we want it to be nice and even. So I would suggest doing this scale between 5 and 10 times a day, and I want you to say the note names as you play them because this will really help you to remember what these notes are called. C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C. And then move to your left hand, and to do this in our left hand, we're just going to use the C below middle C. So it's this one here. And the only difference here is that we're starting with our little finger. So our little finger hits the C, our ring finger is on the D, our middle finger is on the E, our index finger is on the F, and our thumb is on the G. And then we work our way back down again, trying to keep the notes as even as possible. C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C. And again, do this about 5 to 10 times a day, and it's really going to help strengthen your fingers and help you remember what those note names are called. And when you feel confident with both hands, you can try this with both hands together. C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C. So I'll add this as an exercise for you to follow. I'll start with my right hand, then my left hand, and then I'll do both hands together. So now I want you to play a chord scale using these 5 notes, and it's really simple to do. All we're going to do is to create a 3-note chord from each note of this scale and then play these chords up and down. And this is a great way to get used to playing chords and to strengthen our fingers up. So we start on C, we create our 3-note chord, which is easy on the white notes because we just play one, miss one, play one, miss one, play one. And we do this for every note. The C mini chord scale in C major with the right hand. And then we do the exact same thing with our left hand. And then we work our way up and down in the same way. And then when you're feeling confident, you can try both hands together. So try and practice your scale every day if you can. It doesn't take very long and it's a fantastic way to strengthen up your fingers. And these 2 fingers, the little finger and the ring finger, are going to be very, very weak. Even now, I still have to do work on them. So if you can do a daily scale, this is going to really help. If you're following the practice plan, then you'll start with a quick scale, you'll do some song practice, and you'll also do the daily exercise as well each day. So happy playing!